Well, I've been working a lot, so got a bunch of dirty tools as a result. We're gonna try to get some of this stuff straightened out. How you doing, Tiffany? And while we do, we might talk about it a little bit. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask them. If you don't, feel free to just chill. Just try to keep a nice little cool zen vibe over here, you know? So, I'm gonna light some incense real quick. Then we're gonna figure out what we're gonna clean first. One, we've got to deal with these saws. Got a couple little Japanese pull saws, and I use them. And I'm a contractor, so occasionally I use one on a job. I get dirty like this. I'm gonna clean it up too. I'm gonna do some chisel sharpening because this boy has been run through the ringer. Done a great job doing what it was doing, but doing stuff, frankly, it probably wasn't designed to do. But we're gonna get it back good. I've got a couple of these that I've had for years that I'm just curious if I can get a good sharp edge back on them. And we're gonna work on that. Maybe eat some pistachios. So y'all hang tight. I think we might have the patience to run this a little bit today. And we'll see. Cool. We'll be working with some cheap gas today. So let's see if I can find some else. Chisel. Get a bucket of warm water. Oh, Water's just good to have in general. What's going on, Tiff? What's going on, Ida T.I.? We're about to get to first things first. What needs to be cleaned? Well, we'll be doing some building soon, so let's get this thing back together real fast. And I got this chisel set yesterday. It was on sale at Home Depot. It is Home Depot's brand, which is usually like low quality stuff, but I don't know, like, how do you mess up a chisel, right? So we're gonna try these later on, see if we can make something with them, and maybe we might need them to help clean some of this stuff up that we're dealing with right now. Now, there's two types of tools I'm gonna be dealing with today. Is the ones that I'm gonna be cleaning with oil, things I'm gonna be cleaning with water. Some that I might need to do both. I'm gonna get the oil stuff out of the way for a second. Focus on the water stuff. I was pulling drywall mud, quite a bit of it. So we'll let that soak in some water. And already, let's just get to work on this thing. Let's put some sandpaper on this. See if we can get some of this junk off the handle first. Maybe I'll get you a little bit lower. Sorry guys, the camera's a little wiggly when I adjust it, but I just want you to be able to see. This is, I believe, like a 120 grit sandpaper. I'm just kind of got it rolled up with sanding mesh. Really good at turning corners and stuff. And then I'm gonna see if I can put a little bit of sealer or something on this thing. Keep it from getting so waterlogged and gross, you know what I mean? Here you can use like a linseed oil, something like that on the handles, but let me just try to get it back looking like something. I'll Google what can be a household product that I can use to help out with this handle. Who knows? But I do know this is rusty as all get out, so we're gonna go ahead and get that off of there. Before we do, we are gonna cover up our space a little bit. I know I'm not a diva about my workbench, but I don't want to ruin it right away. You know what I mean? Let's roll out a little bit. Oh, I appreciate everybody who liked it. I appreciate you liking my video. That was nice. I'm gonna just use some common WD-40 on this thing and See if we can get that metal treated a little bit better. I don't need a lot, but yeah, I can go back with this same 120 grit. And I'm not bothering with the teeth, they seem fine to me. I just don't want it to be ugly and gross. So I want to clean it up. And this is definitely better for the metal than just sitting unbothered. It's doing all right. Just gonna keep it going. What is interestingly weird is that this is, people are gonna cringe at this, but these are really good at this. Like just getting that extra little junk over there. I know, but it's a tool, right? You know, it's a tool. You get to use it as that. And then I'm gonna sharpen this one today, anyways. But I want to get all that crud, whatever that is, off of there. And it's not like I'm sacrificing my blade. I know what to do with it. Let's do a little bit more WD on there. What's good, anybody in the chat? If you have questions, you can ask them. If you don't, you can chill. Keep our vibe going. It's not bad. It's not great. It's not bad. I'm gonna get this side. Get a little more WD on there. And one of the things we want to make sure we do is not heat this metal up while we're doing this. We don't want it to get hot. If it gets hot, it changes the qualities of the metal and the usefulness of the tool, because then you won't be able to sharpen it as easily, and that can be a problem. Also love this stuff. This is the Great Stuff foam cleaner. This is actually just a spray can of acetone, but it just works wonderfully. So I'm gonna give a little pop of that too, just to clean it up. You know? It's a really good cleaning solution. Cleans that foam, so you know it's good if it cleans that foam. Now, after that, I'm gonna go back to putting some more oil on it. I think something sticky's on this. I must have went through some glue or something. But if that's the case, it's the right stuff for it. Well ventilated area if you're using that stuff. It'll make you feel good. Maybe gooder than you want to. Alright. Back to the WD. I kind of want to put a polish wheel or something on this thing. I just don't know what. If I'm being frank. I found something else to say. Sit off on the left, y'all. Sit off on the left, y'all. Sit off. On the left. On the left. That's the chance. back on this WD-40. Alright. This has been sitting on the back of the truck for, jeez, a couple of weeks now, maybe. So I'm gonna work it in there. I'm trying not to put power tools on it. I really want to. I do have a polisher. I think I will be bringing the polishing wheel out a little later and just put a real working on everything. Well, that ain't good enough, right? Not very sure. Let's see. We had another one of those significantly louder guy. Same basic problem. I think this is just the humidity in my shop, and I gotta figure out how to deal with that down here, or how to treat my tools in such a way that they are not rusting out as a result. Eesh. Seems sour. But I really don't know what the long-term answer to that is. Like a wax, I think guys use. I have to look into it. Generally, as a contractor, GCK. Generally, as a contractor, we don't necessarily deal with stuff like this. Power tools have blades that get dull, and you throw them in the trash can, put on a brand new one, and go back to work. However, these woodworkers seem obsessed about using lifetime tools, keeping them forever, and all that kind of nonsense. So I'm just gonna go with the fold here. I'm gonna go with the clan and try to take care of my tools too. And then I'll be looked at as a true woodworking YouTuber. Right? Because that is the goal, right? It's just to... Alright. That is looking much better. I know it's still dirty, but it's not rusty. So right now we're after. Let's get rid of the rust. I'm still on this same 120 grit. Because I'm trying to knock this rust off. And this WD-40 is doing a fantastic job of lubricating the surface, and also these mesh sanding paper. I guess you don't, this is not paper, but sanding mesh. It releases heat better than sandpaper traditionally. So I don't have to concern myself with heating up my blade too much at all. I just don't think these are capable of it. Not by hand pressure, and certainly not lubricated hand pressure. And that's decent, right? Woo. Got a glove on this hand because I got myself last week. But The super glue is working. Just close that fold back up. Dab a little super glue on it. It worked out. So I am satisfied with this. I think this is good. I can still tell I'm super sharp on this thing, so I'm happy with that progress. It really makes me want to revisit this one. Alright. So I'm gonna put oil on there. And it's such a bendy, flexy blade, I think it's a little tough. And I don't want to strap it down to anything, and then I won't have access to the full length of the blade. So I just have to deal with the bendiness of it right now. More WD. Flip it over to the clean side. What's going on? Who's talking in the chat? What's up, bro? What's up, Braden? What's up, Matt? All right. Just gonna get all of this cleaned up. Almost got myself again. You know what I'm saying? I'm used to working with them. I'm not used to working on them. I'm getting better. See if I can. This one is. I think this is decent. I think this is good. Look at that. I put a magnet on my doohickey back here. Here's what I'm embarrassed about this one. Should have never been on the back of my truck. It is a precision tool, and I'm treating it bad. So we're gonna clean it up. I'm gonna just get the WD-40 all over this one, and I'm gonna pull out the secret, the old toothbrush. Just gonna agitate all of that rust. It's a decent tool, so I don't imagine it's gonna be a lot to get back clean, but I've never let it get this dirty before, so I don't know. So this is a square. It's a combination square, technically. Helps you get right angles. Helps you determine right angles. And it's a kind of a gauge marking tool. This level, nobody has ever used in the history of levels. It's so tiny on there. Little micro. It's a little striker. Did you even know that was in there? So that once you get your mark, you can. But you didn't even know that was in there. Just turn it. Lock it right back in. I'll clean that level off. Probably the most abused combination square in history. I do like my house tools to be clean. I don't say house tools, just tools that are not on the back of the truck like this one never should have been. A good tool will usually come back clean. good tool you really should just treat better in the first place, if I'm being honest with you. Happy Sunday to you. That little handle looks not great. A little bit of the foam cleaner. Now this is the best acetone in a bottle you're ever gonna find. This stuff is just great. So see, it's just stripping all the bad stuff off of it. I didn't even have to do anything like that. Look at that. On by its share. So, we're going to make sure this thing is all right and operational. Seems to be. Might as well be pretty too. At least not ugly. I mean, that's how I've gotten by my whole life. Not pretty, but not ugly. I bet you didn't know that. If you're just not ugly, you're halfway to pretty already. So, not ugly behavior counts. Pretty behavior counts. All right. Hope I don't have some chemical reaction between these two. That is clean enough for me. Combination square done. Hope it's not time for these chisels yet. Oh. While I got this water out, hot water, I forgot. We're going to clean a few of these things here. Let it soak, it does good. Clean like that. Now this is what I use for drywall, along with some traditional tools. I find that these are extremely useful. They don't hold much mud, but they're great for flattening the mud that's already applied. Not a lot of fuss, not a lot to them, but sometimes the simpler the tool, the better the tool. And you know, always good to have options. And if you do drywall, don't sleep on this thing. I think it's made by Husky. I also have a 2-foot one. Both very useful. Oh, speak of the devil. Super useful. Use them all the time. I'm just cleaning up real quick. This is one of my faves. Again, this is not to put mud on and hold. This is once you have already applied that drywall mud or whatever substrate that you have that takes liquid form and hardens. You drag this across to get a smooth, flat surface, and it will not let you down. It is a cheap tool, but it is a dead straight edge, and that's all you really need for that. You do need a little bit of bow and a little bit of capacity for that. Not here nor there. All right. A couple of drywall things done. That's good. Let's get into this monster. I've got quite a few of these. I'm not going to get too excited. pull them all out, I'll get started with this one and put primarily some focus on that. Weirdly, I'm going to get that in that hot water first because I know that's going to make this thin set come off easier. Just like that. This one I had to do some scraping while I was doing some tile work. Got a little action. So now this has been rusty for years. I've used this for years. I'm going to try to clean it up, get that flat, smooth, get that bevel back. I don't know how much luck we could have with it, but we are going to try it. Take 2 seconds. Shout out to Arugula. Yeah. Anyways, coffee time. Let me get back to some sharpening. So, let's go ahead and get some WD on this bad boy. Let's clean it off. It almost fell. Get that rust, the surface rust off. Might need something a little rougher than that. 180, maybe this 80 grit might be my way. Look at that dead flat. Better. That ain't it. I think it's better. 80 grit. It just wants to curl up. This 80 grit came off a belt sander, so it's doing something. I'm gonna go ahead and bump up to this 120. We're gonna push it around a little bit. Really, I should put this on a diamond sander, but that is not. The concern about putting it on the diamond is that it's wet. It's already wet. Once it's got water, it's a water system and I can't go back. Where's that? Oh. So now we're going to go from cleaning to sharpening. I wonder though what if I just sprayed it down anyway? What if we just tried it? 600 grit. We're going to put the WD on it. This WD-40 is really sluggish about coming out. Alright. That looks gross. Should definitely take that down to lighter grit. 300. Let's see how it does. Why is this can so terrible? You guys should write to your congressperson about cans of WD-40. Let's see. Peace for Goo. Thanks for the likes. Thanks for the subscribe. So I'm just going to keep hitting this with the 300 until I hear some significant difference. I don't know if this is the top. Like, what is with this WD-40? If I just go straight from the nozzle. It's a little better. See if we can get our angle sharp again. I'm just flattening the back side. I know that's a lot of movement. Because we want the back side of this chisel flat. I think we're getting there. Now, take a second and honor what this thing is intended for. And we are square as you get. That I'm happy to see. We have got like kind of a, looks like a little bevel back here. I don't know if this will even get that flat. Like this is a pretty significant bevel on this thing. Almost like like what you'd expect on a masonry chisel. I don't know, it's kind of bothersome. Alright, let's get this thing set up. Get our clamps in, lock it down. Make sure it is parallel and clamped in there the same on each side, because sometimes that thing will be cocked and it'll ruin your tip. I'm gonna just hold this up for efficiency's sake where I can see it, and I'm sorry you all can't. Be able to see. And what I'm doing is matching this bevel here. You see that? I'm matching that bevel to the block so that when I am on the block, I'm sharpening that bevel and that angle only. I'm still not there. Just keep advancing it forward. In this case, because I'm a little shallow. And there I cannot see any line at all, so that's where we're going to start. So much juice in here, not coming out. It's driving me nuts. All right, here we go. We're on like 300 grit right now, so we got to knock off quite a bit. And if this is not enough, you know, I'll go all the way down to 80 on this thing. This is a rough looking chisel. Look how quickly we're starting to cut. But you can see how much we've got left to go on that. But there's immediate and instant progress, and it makes me smile. So you know our angle is pretty good. What we're doing, we're cutting down to it. We might even need to go more aggressive. Oh, you know what I got today? Files. So maybe we can get some of this aggression down. Why not? Sitting here right now with tools. And I don't have a knife to open up the files to sharpen the knives. Let's see. This was a good deal too. This was like, I don't know, like 40 bucks, 30 bucks maybe. And it came with a little case, which I don't care a whole lot about. But Hold on, I'll put this to the side. I'll let you see all the stuff that came with it. So it came with these two handles, which I thought was weird, because, you know, two handles. File looks like two sides. It's a round over on one side. One's pretty coarse, one's relatively fine, medium, I would say. Came in this little bag. And, you know, that's the Home Depot brand, I think, Project Source. So don't have high expectations in terms of quality, but I will tell you what, I have used these little files because I already have these, and these work great. These are great little files if you have little stuff to file. It came with that. There's like a dozen of those. Came with these two big heavy joints. This one, that's nice size. These teeth are metal. So I might be using that while I'm cleaning this other stuff up. I wish I'd known. And then I've got this like, that's a lot of files for 30 bucks. Like, I'm pretty happy with them. I don't know what all each individual one does, but we're gonna get to it. But it says there's an A and a B. Drop my WB. I'm gonna wrap there. Let me drink some coffee and calm down. Do me a favor. If you're not driving, only if you're not driving, reach up, hit that button with the little thumb on it. I don't like this at all. You just gotta strap these in there and just, okay. They go in like this. They go in like that. Then you just strap them in. Or is that the reverse? It's the reverse. Third. So, since I'm organizing, I'm going to put these away in an organized fashion. I'm going to be using one of these in 2 seconds on that boy there. I think this is the finest one I see so far. Maybe I need a coarse one because it's metal. So, there's an A, there's a B, A, B. Those are pretty cool. And the handles are A's and B's, so go figure. Meanwhile, I'm gonna just dump all this junk in here right quick so I can get back to your visual satisfaction. Baby. Yeah. Alright, so question is, can we hand file down? This is the A. This is the A. I'm certain they go in a specific way. We'll just push it in the hole and see. Kind of weird. I don't know if I'm gonna give it more effort than that. If only I had a vise, which I do. But look, I want to. Do I want to take this off? Yeah, I'll just take it off. We're just gonna do some of this by feel, man. might be what's necessary. It's doing it now. It's doing something. It's doing something. We might as well try this backside then and see what we can get going there. Feel that burr on the back, right? Now, as far as chisels go, and sharpening goes, what I'm doing now is not the most delicate of things. This is not sharpening as much as kind of straightening and pulling out imperfections and getting my angles back and getting back flat. A lot of that kind of thing going on. But I can feel when I'm knocking something down with this thing in my hand. I can also feel it when I'm holding the chisel in my hand. And I don't know how common a technique this is. This is just what is working for sure for me. Box. Back to our tool. See if we can find that angle again. Check it this way. That's pretty close. I swear I can't get this WD-40 to come out. Let's see if I got another key. What's with WD-40? I don't know. You can't just be over here dry humping. You need lube. Let's see what we got. We got a nice edge forming here. It's not polished. It's not sharp. It's forming. gotta be breaking all the chisel protocol right now. Promise you that I'm gonna grind this thing down until I've got something functioning. Let me try this. Where's the fork? I know this is what I'm doing right now is awful, but I have to, because this chisel is big. And I gotta bring it back. It's a responsibility. It's working. Got me working. I wonder if Michael Jackson singing this song to his dad. Blue. I need oil. What type of oil? Aside from, let me light some incense real quick and think about it. Meditate. Back to the space. Maybe like a little spot. Small engine oil might be not the worst thing ever. Or would it be? We'll know in a second. Oh, that looks good. Tell you what, it looks fantastic. Hello, person from Russia. Let's see if this works, y'all. It might be ruining my block. It might be ruining my chisel. We'll find out together. Nice even pressure. Pretty feels alright. Let's see what we got. Not bad. Just get the burr off it. Thank you for the like. I appreciate you. But I am more interested in the sharpness of my blade. Alright. See what we got. Now remember, it was like that all the way around, like what the sides are like. But now, got that, but the question is it sharp? The answer is a resounding no. And that is because this thing is blunt. Like, I'm gonna have to really grind something off of this thing to get there. And I don't know, maybe one of these handles. Let's put this in here. I'm not sure exactly how they expect you to. Maybe that's it. Maybe it's just beat the ever-loving stuffing out of it. I'm curious. Maybe I'll try to put this in my bench vise. Oh, this is a weird little vise. I like it, but it's weird. Wet. Let's see. We cut wood yet. Not even close. Not even close. It should be happening. Easy. Not this guy. Gonna be some more work. We've been grinding on this thing for quite some time. We might have to do some machining. You know how woodworkers hate machining. But I'm following this thing. I do have coarser, larger tooling here. Maybe we'll give it a shot. Try some of these. Sounds harsh. Sounds harsh. Ugh. I can't do that. This maybe I can. Let's get this in some water. What we're gonna have to do is knock down enough metal to revive that bevel. And that's a bit, that's a lot. You keep keeping this thing wet. You don't want to heat the metal up. Getting some progress. Oh, appreciate it. Take a bump. I'm gonna try what you said. Let's send this file one way. See how that does. Because we are just trying to knock down this extra. Now this file does right. And we don't have to do as much extreme stuff. And plus these chisels are brand new. I really wanted to use them. And this was a good opportunity on this really dull. Like this thing's almost like a masonry chisel almost. So I'm trying to get it right. But I appreciate the shout outs. Y'all feel free to comment. Let me know. Like I am a contractor learning woodworking. We're going to knock down that little bit on the back. See what we got. I'll tell you, I'm tempted with everything to bring out the power tools. Because this is a lot of work for this one chisel. Maybe this chisel will give us some work afterwards. Let's see. Let's get our sanding block, wherever it may be. Where's that diamond block at? Who's it? Did we drop it? slap us a little bit more oil on our block. That's what we got. And then we're gonna get this bad boy locked back in. Then we'll see. Gotta check my angle real quick. I'm getting better at this, I'll tell you. Tighten up. And then we're just gonna run across the good stuff. Appreciate the likes. I appreciate the likes. Good stuff. I appreciate that. They're looking out. There's a couple people in here. There's a few of them looking out for me. That's what I need. That's what I need. Oh, that finally starting to feel like, yo, Tate, you hooked me up, bro. You hooked me up. I feel like we got a blade now. Like we got a sharp little bevel on the end of this thing right now. Let's go ahead and hit the sides, right? We had to be a little aggressive to get it done, but maybe we got it done. Now, because I don't believe in myself, we're going to test it while it's still on. Alright, here we go. We did get a shaving. Oh, snap. Look at that. I'm getting micro shavings. Let's go. Alright, let's go ahead and we already on 600. Let's just go ahead and finish polishing them up. That was really good right there. That came out all right. Let's do that on the back side here. Get the burrs off. You know how to do. I feel like we might actually have a functional tool here. It's a nice polished edge, a nice clean finish. Now, we figured out how to get another tool back useful. Now, I've got an entirely different set of tools that are useful, but really I've been using them in the worst way, and I do need to clean them up a little bit and get them together. So we are going to do some rough work on a couple of these chisels that are not like chisels. They're just kind of like, you know, multi-purpose chisels. Not these, but these. These are crazy. Thanks for the like. Good looking. On this one, see if we can get this thing together. This one's bad. Well, why not? So far, we've 100% got all of them together. So that's what we got all this little gadgetry for, right? Let's tighten this up. Do y'all watch boxing? Some fights on last night, I heard. I'm gonna clamp this down. Now, think about this little chisel. It tends to want to push these a little bit sideways. So I just lock them onto the little bar down here instead of up top on these narrow ones because they just don't line up in that groove perfect. This is a fairly cheap tool, but a really functional tool. But with all things cheap, you have to be careful because there's going to be some sacrifice. Like for instance, I don't think this is even going to work on this tool, on this angle. So we're going to do this one with the file as well. Not a precision instrument, but we're going to get it as close as we can. We're going to be taking off some metal with something that's aggressive, but I'll just show you so you don't think I'm abusing this stuff. Like this is what kind of edge we want, we're looking for, we're used to. This one, not sharp at all. See the difference? So I gotta knock material off to get this one there. So got this. I don't know more of these somewhere. Got a bigger version. This one looks like it's been rounded over with a tool or something because it's not a straight bevel, it's kind of a curved. We'll knock it down nonetheless. Some water. And you might notice I'm not even bothering about this part. I just genuinely don't care all that much. I don't want the rust, but kind of some extreme measures to get that round over back flat. So we're going with the old chisels. I just got this pack of chisels, and so far I've rescued 3 chisels so far with just this pack of files that I bought. These are Project Source. These are not high quality anything, but in terms of the brand, but they're doing the job. Like, there's hope for this thing. Look what I got out of this old raggedy bad boy. That's a sharp blade on the end of that. I'm trying to get one on there too. There's something a little tedious about this, but also a little satisfying. We're getting closer and closer to a point. We're not there yet. We're getting there little by little, which is why we're using this big bully of a file. I mean, how am I gonna lie to y'all? If it was running right now, I put this on the belt sander and get it started and then take it through the sharpening system. But this is rewarding but a little bit exhausting. Got a couple things cleaned up and I think I've worked up somewhat of an appetite. I can't move on this coffee alone. Definitely helps on. Don't worry, I'll be back in a second. Pistachios promote dexterity. And this worked out really well today. Glad we got that squared away. What is this on the back of my plane? Oh, I thought that was a gouge. I was gonna cry for a little bit. Let y'all see me whining. And maybe I'll get to use my hand plane today. Because I do want to try something. Like, I've noticed that the little stop tool that they use is like very similar to this. Like, and I've got a ton of these used blades. It's just something to wedge wood up against. And I think these are going to be a brilliant little hack for that. I wish I had a brilliant little hack for where to put these pistachio shells while I'm contemplating my next clean tool. I think I've gotten the ones that were the worst for now. The ones that require the stupid WD-40 that won't come out of the bottle properly. Shout out to them though. I will continue to buy it. It's a great product. What y'all doing with your Sunday? Anybody else eating pistachios and hanging out? Watching YouTube videos? Cooking it with your family? What are you doing? I don't know. You're gonna dwindle. It's all good. It's warming up here, so soon I think I'm gonna buy another boat and go through the process of putting the pontoons on it so that you all can see that. A lot of people have been interested in that, the pontoons that I put on that boat. They make it crazy buoyant. Like me and a couple of my 200-pound brothers can get on there, no problem. So maybe I'll show you all how I built it, or just rebuild it. Just do it again on another one. See what you think. I mean, why not? I wonder if I have any more incense over there. If you have woodworking questions, I'll answer them. If I can. If you have contractor questions, I'll answer them. For sure. Because I can. If you want to just chill, hang out, catch the vibe, that's cool too. But right now, taking a little break, paying attention to the chat in case y'all have some questions. If you don't, we'll get back to work soon. Don't worry. Oh my gosh. Almost dropped my incense in the coffee. That would have been catastrophic. Maybe I overused that word a little bit. Trying to eat healthier these days. Quick. I think I've got some brushes to clean. I gotta figure out what I need to clean those with. Maybe some trowels. See what I gotta clean those with. The thing about working so many trades is my shop gets so messy and disorganized because I have plumbing tools, I have electrical tools, I have woodworking tools, I have carpentry tools, not the same. I have flooring tools, I have tile tools, I have a little bit of everything. And then I have a whole shop for cabinets over there. And so it can get really messy really quickly when I gotta leave the house with a bunch of tools. And then I have to come back and recover. Recoup, so to speak. Just click on the pistachios. Facts. Link to the pistachios in the chat. Just kidding. Sometimes these incense give me the munchies a little bit. There's all the smoke in the air, I guess. So, like to have me some not only nutrition, but some nutrition I gotta work for. You know what I'm saying? You don't just get these and that. You gotta break something open. Hook me up with what? Listen, I'm not gonna beg for likes, but I do appreciate them. Subscribes and follows in a lot of my lives. I'm actually building something. Here, if you go back just a little ways, you can see me sharpening some things, cleaning some things. I am gonna get some better oil and do another cleaning on this thing and get it nice and pretty. It works great right now because I've tuned it pretty good, but I take it apart pretty often because I want to get used to tuning it pretty well. And I am definitely going to get a smooth and plain later. I like this a lot. This is Stanley number 4. But I appreciate y'all hanging out with me. I will most likely come back once I think of some more cool stuff to do. Time being, Wes does it. Go check out my videos, check out my lives, check out my shorts. Mostly I do shorts and lives. So go to the shorts, learn something, home improvement stuff, tool stuff. Have a good time, I think. I do the lives when I'm home, and I have the ability to kind of work and talk. It's not natural for me to want to work and talk at the same time. So I'm working on it so I can do long form videos and narrate throughout. But till then, got a lot of shorts on there. If you subscribe, you'll see them. They come up with just useful little tips, hacks. If you've got a home, if you like tools, you'll see a lot of the stuff I do in my day-to-day contracting business. And you'll see a lot of stuff that I'm doing in my workshop. That's what West Desert is all about. Doing it. Now, I attempt every request I get that I can try. Tile, grout, carpentry, framing. Got a bathroom down here in my shop that I'm going to frame up. Well, I have framed up. I framed it up on the lot, but I'm going to drywall that soon. Get it together. Do the plumbing, do the electrical, let you see it all. And maybe you'll see what I'm talking about on all those shorts. You know, those little short videos I have. Because that's the fun stuff. But if you do a request, send it on one of those shorts. I promise I'll do it. So far, you guys have seen me pull a transmission, build a boat. I'm going to build another boat. Add pontoons to a boat. I didn't build a boat. But I built pontoons onto a boat, made it twice as buoyant. And I think that's worth doing again. If anybody goes fishing out there, alright, I'll take it easy. Peace.